a show to talk about my faction. Can get me and Max reactions. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody, and how's everybody doing out there? Bots are fighting each other. Yeah, I've got two bots, and they like to compete with each other. So, yeah, not the best, but it happens. Just realized that's the light I want on. There we go. I hope everybody's having a great day. Blind Dave McJones, how you doing? What's up, my friend? King Carter, yo, what's going on? Sending a bunch of the bots. You finally got Bronson Reed. Nice, Carter. That's awesome. Bronson Reed, he's an okay card. But yeah, no, it's good. And then you can get the Undertaker and go after the Ultimate Challenge for that WrestleMania 41 Cody Rhodes. That's not what I'm trying to grab. I put a new chat thing on the front. Maybe I should keep the messages a little bit longer before they disappear for this one. I can change it. Kind of change it on the fly as we go here, guys. I was literally putting this together minutes before we started the stream. But yeah, I appreciate y'all handing out. I want to change the settings. Fade after 10 seconds. Let's have them go after 30. So yeah, but yeah, today we're going to be playing, because there isn't anything left to do in 2K. I guess I could technically do Faction Wars, but I kind of want to wait to see these Infinite cards coming out to see the best way to, like, how they'll affect the Faction Wars credits. Yo, Alex, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Charger, what's going on, my dude? Thanks for joining the chat here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the chat. I don't know why what if I delay by 0 seconds? And then I save. That should help. So yeah, we're testing out the new chat box on the side here. Let me know what you guys think for the gameplay, because I can add chat to the side on the gameplay similar to this, probably. If you guys like that. It's just a matter of what do you guys like. Right now it's kind of transparent and then fades away. So on here, Devin, welcome, my friend. You got Drew for free. You know, Michael, yo, what's going on? I'm very jealous of the people who got Drew, because I'm ready to earn him. I know Charger yesterday attempted the live event and it did not go through. So yesterday, so I don't know. But yeah, okay, so let's jump in. We're gonna play, because we've done most of what we can already. We're gonna jump back into PowerWash Simulator 2. I'm a big fan of this game. I don't know if you guys have played it. We played it last week on stream. I beat the pants out of the first one. Very, very excited to play the second one here. So yeah. But let's go and take on the next challenge in the game. So we've got a Art Deco house, and we're going to get $1,000 for doing that. We'll buy something new after that. Well, fingers crossed you see something, Charger. I don't know. This whole thing's been very, very... I don't think the word upsetting is the correct word. It's just annoying, maybe, is the right word. So I want to take a peek and see what we got going on here. Anybody see that light? That's going to be involved in the story somehow. We got our scissor lift. This is new to the game. They didn't have a scissor lift. They had these scaffoldings in the last game, so you could get to multi-height areas. So I think from the looks at it, we just have to do the outside of the house, but we got to get the roofs and everything. We're going to start at the bottom. Yeah, so switch to the floor cleaner. We'll get the bottom thing done first. So we'll just work on getting this clean. Have you guys had a chance to try PowerWash Simulator 2 yet? It's on Xbox Game Pass if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out. I think the first one's on there too. No, I didn't look at the entrance. Although last time I did something about an entrance, I got flagged on YouTube for it. For Drew McIntyre's entrance when I put it in my upcoming content video. So I got flagged by YouTube for copyright strikes on it. How was it? What did you think of Mr. Wonderful? Paul Orendorff. You can get it on PS5. So it's available on PS5. It's just not on PlayStation Plus. So you have to purchase it. It's not on like the PlayStation Premium. I haven't watched NXT. That's not true. I've seen bits and pieces of NXT on YouTube. I was actually showing my kids the. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but I showed my kids something today that is in their wheelhouse / interests. Continue working our way through. There we go. So there's the first part of the path done. Work on the second part here. And then we'll start the sides of the building. I don't know enough about... See, this is the pack where I'm like, I just don't know enough about the characters to say whether it's accurate or not. I'm not a wrestling historian. And I feel like, well, this does work for certain people. Like, I'm not the right audience for this set. Sid's really the only one I know. Maybe you could do this job in real life. Maybe. Although I don't think it's as fun as the video game in real life. But I do need a job, so maybe. After grind for Blader, Vader, and Bliss. Yep. Vader was a pink diamond, though, at least, so... But yeah, you want to get that. I don't know how long the Encore is. How long is the Encore in the store for? Like a week? Because they were running some of those Encores longer. This should be saying it's done any second here. Oh, it's the edge. I gotta get the edge here. There it is. Oh, that binning sound is so satisfying. Might stream a little bit of Faction Wars tomorrow. I'm not sure. We do have 10 tickets now. And we can do a full team of women Galaxy Opals. So... And the team is 2 women, so... You said 3.8 million. Nice. I don't think the Survivors... Here's the thing. None of the WrestleMania, the SummerSlam packs, I don't think have been really great. There's no Persona cards in them. They're just kind of there, and they do 2 packs, and you feel like you just have to get them. The collection rewards haven't been excellent. So I don't know. I hope they'll be okay, but there's 2 sets of them too, so... There we go. Working away on the paths here. Yeah, the decoration pack should be interesting. I'm curious for, like, Toy Titans 2 has already been announced. At some point soon, too, we should be getting... Well, maybe not soon, in the new year. We should be getting another demastered pack. Making progress. My prediction is decoration is filled. So I've heard a lot of people saying it could be like full of persona cards and um like champions. Like the whole point of decorated is like it's champions. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Toy Titans 2 cards as well. I know they're not everybody's interests, but I'm definitely a fan of them. Oh, this segment of the path is huge. You think? No, I think errors will be a one and done. I don't think they're going to do another one. With some of the ones that we've gotten two out of, like Demastered said it was the pack one, and they still have unused personas from the first game. So, yeah, like that's my feeling of what's going on there. Is like we'll see us not the first game, but last year there were demaster personas that were in it that they still haven't used yet. So there will be another pack just to use those. My favorite series was a Survivor Series was 98 Deadly Games. That was my first real big WWE event actually watching with friends. I'd been watching a bit of the WCW stuff before that. But that was my first big WWE event. And actually, I kind of like that Survivor Series because it was, instead of doing the regular Survivor Series, they did a tournament, which I love a good tournament, but it was all in one night. They used to do that with King of the Ring too, and like just do the tournament all in one night. And I wish that they do that more often. That was always a good time. You've been 84 tickets waiting for, well, that's not the bad way to do it, my friend. I'm sitting on like 10 tickets. I've used most of mine, but you'll get more bang for your buck. I know I sat on mine for a little bit until I think I had like diamonds or something. Um, so, but yeah, if you've got 84 tickets now, you'll be like in good shape to do a ton of unlocking of the bosses at a high value. We're almost done the path, and then we'll start working on the sides of the house, and then we'll move to the top of the house. There we go. Okay, so let's switch back to the power washer. We'll just work our way around the building. I love that digging sound. This game looks so relaxing. It is. This is one of my personal favorites. It's just like a really relaxing, chill game that you can play. But you have to do this side too. Yeah. Grinding will watch. I missed 2 hours of grinding last night as maintenance hit me. Oh, yeah, I heard there was maintenance for some people. We didn't get it on my end, I don't think. Unless it happened overnight and I wasn't aware of it. I can literally, like, there was one near the end of the game, and it literally took me like 4 or 5 hours to complete. You had to do like an ancient ruin and power clean an ancient ruin. It was just so like very, very fun and cool to do. Okay, so we got some glass coming up. We might be breaking out. Actually, it looks like it's coming clean. Yeah, okay. I was like, maybe we'll need to get the soap out, but we're doing all right here. Hey, how's the chat on the side for you guys? Do you guys want it longer up there? Do you need like a background behind it? Do you like the transparency? The problem is if I put a background, it'll block potential gameplay stuff. So I just want to know what you guys think. Let me know what's working and what's not working with it because it's still new and I can make adjustments to it as necessary. But I want feedback from you guys on, is it working? Okay, there's the next one. I suppose you. No, I'm not a Maple Leafs fan, actually. I actually hate the Maple Leafs. I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Where I'm from, you either need to really like the Toronto Maple Leafs or um, you need to really like them or you hate them. One of the two. Hockey's a much more divided sport in Canada. It's not like the Jays with the Blue Jays. Um, yeah, we haven't heard much. I don't know. Has anybody created any tickets recently to figure out what's going on with the Drew reward? Because I'm going to be very upset if the Drew event goes up on Saturday and they haven't fixed it, and people with the free card that they got, which once again, no problems with people getting the card for free, although it does kind of suck for people who work towards it. But um, anybody who's like, there will be people who can't do it who've earned it, and people that didn't earn it can do it, which is kind of a problem. Got another big glass window here. Start working on cleaning it. As we work our way, then we'll need to get the undershade here, and then we'll have to go on top and start cleaning the roof off. Yeah, I saw it's in their tracker now, but like, we're days away from needing to do this Drew event. And the fact that they haven't fixed it, like when they had the BFAB issue, it was fixed within a day or so. Like, I think I was doing the event on the weekend. I didn't do it on the Friday, and it was fixed by the Sunday. A new job's available. So after we finish our house here. Oh, it's a car. I like small cars. Ugh. Still got to get used to the new control scheme. Yeah, the live event's supposed to go up Saturday. That's why I'm kind of annoyed about this situation. Like, it should be fixed by now. Today's Wednesday. It was available on Friday. No, yeah, the numbers games were available on Friday to do, right? Or Saturday because it was the first. So it's been several days. Like, and they had the BFAB one fixed within like 2 or 3 days. So why aren't they there here with this one yet? Just that. Okay, so we're making good time here as we clean this house here. Get your ticket in sooner than later, so you have it in there. That would be my recommendation. There's a lot of windows on this house. Yeah. This whole thing's a mess. I'm still annoyed that people, I don't know, they should be giving rewards to everybody. There should be some sort of locker code for people who didn't get these rewards, extra rewards to get them. There didn't seem to be a rhyme or reason about who got them. And, like, I know there's a bunch of people who did get them and then a bunch of people who didn't get them. Making good time here. It's a bigger mess than power wash in your house. Yep. Well, this isn't even my house. This is somebody else's house. Somehow, there will be a story that will connect all the dirt and the mess of this. I submitted a ticket to Drew Card, no response. Okay, well, that sounds right, unfortunately. Almost on these windows here. Man, I wonder if the Galaxy Opal Drew will be used to start all these events. Well, my understanding is it will be needed to unlock Drew, like 2010 Drew, which everybody wants. Did you get your card? No, I didn't get a card. Viper, unfortunately. No card for me. I didn't get any bonuses yesterday when everybody was starting to get bonuses. That's the rear door. I'm annoyed people who don't play the mode got a whole bunch of collectibles. Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's like they need to be rewarding players who play this mode regularly. And it seems like a whole bunch of people, now some of them do play regularly, but it just sucks when you dedicate time and effort to something and then somebody else gets like a huge boon of free stuff. So, getting around the building here. I have a VFAB issue and got nothing. Yeah. It's weird because sometimes they'll I finish all month, so yeah. Sometimes they'll compensate people, like customer service will be like, "Oh, we'll give this person like some VC or some MFP to make up for the issue." But most of the time, especially when I hear that they try that, I'll like try and get something out of it when there's a mistake and then nothing from it. Just depends who you're talking to, I guess, with customer service. We need to remember too that customer service, kind of the thankless job, I am sure, with 2K, but they probably support 8 or 9 games on a regular basis. I only got the Drew card while I didn't complete the numbers game. Yeah. Um, See, that's the problem. Like, I'm one match away from completing the numbers game, but it's not rewarding the Drew card to the people who do right now. Oh, how'd the interview go? I don't know. I think it was okay. It's hard to tell. It was a preliminary interview. It wasn't even like a full fledged interview. It was a meeting with HR um, to see if I would be a fit for somebody to put forward to like the actual managers doing the hiring process. So I'm not sure. I thought it went okay. We'll see what happens, I guess. You think Drew Tanner will have all gold badges? I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't quite a phone interview. Pretty much all my interviews that I've done over the past little while have been. Oh, the frame's not done. Um, have been these like virtual interviews, so just over the internet, like through Teams or Google Meet or Zoom. There we go. The Bianca gonna have gold OG. Oh, hopefully. They ain't no offense, but to me, people are getting these free rewards a joke to people. Yeah, no, and I don't disagree with you, Bray. And like one thing, like I want as many people as possible to be able to get Drew, but it also sucks when you've invested um, like a bunch of time. Some people money, not time. Um, and then other people are handed to it. I can definitely understand the frustration there. I pinned the Harrison, who's the 2K community manager, in the Discord. He's not answering anything. He's actually not done a good job at answering anything recently, which I'm disappointed about. I might pin him privately because I did introduce myself to him on a private DM uh, on the Discord when he started as the new community manager. Part of the problem is too he may not have good answers that he can actually give for people. Sometimes you run into a situation where you don't have a good answer because there isn't one given to you to give. We're almost on the bottom floor. We'll have to go get the underside of the roof, first roof here, and then we'll climb on top and we'll start doing the next floor. Looks like it'll be smaller. The bottom one, Pink Diamond, has all the badges before gold. So I got no word from 2K. People were having problems with BFAB. How do you think 2K I don't know. Are you gonna? There we go. Okay, so we just got to get around this door here. Be all caught up from where we started. My son was asking me how I power wash the other day, and I'm like, I'm very just systematic about it. Lex says it had to do with the people who got their saves deleted in a patch. Yeah, but that's not true. Because I know some of the people didn't get their saves deleted in their patch. It did seem to favor Xbox users over PlayStation users. But also, the saves didn't affect my faction itself. I guess it's just like an extra bonus piece. We look good. Okay, so let's get the bottom done here. We got to get these canopies done. Ugh. It's weird how the support team can give out packs and MFP. Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you'll message and they'll be like, nope, there's nothing I can do, even when you get to supervisors. And then other times, they're like, oh, yeah, here's a whole ton of MFP or VC. Yeah, so it did seem to affect Xbox users heavier, this glitch, but I don't think it was for people who got their saves deleted, because I know some people who did, like Kenny Bomb never got his save deleted. I don't think. He would have been all over it if his save had been deleted. But he did get the packs. He got like 6 pages. Probably have to get up and do the top of it to get the trim all the way done. Your data got erased. So that could be, maybe that is part of it, and I'm just being a dummy. Yeah, I'll have to get on the top. Okay, there it is. Oh, Lex is No Holds Lex. He's another 2K YouTuber. He's one of the people when I was invited to the to do that summit on the game, and where we're sitting like partway through the year. Lex Express, yeah. He's a good guy. He's been in the chat once or twice. Super good. Has his own like league as well that he does. And he keeps up with the game. Yeah, he's a good guy. Worth checking out. This is a big underside piece. I can't wait till we get to some of the cool stuff. Like in the last game, you were doing tree forts and all sorts of like cool stuff. As you got a little bit further into the game, the things you started power washing got weirder and weirder. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I was actually fooling around with what's like the go-to women's card for ranked right now, do you guys think? I was fooling around with it, got a few wins today with the manifestation as a Galaxy Opal, and she has Wet Blanket and Always See It Coming, which are helpful. But what do you think is the best women's card to go into war with right now? All right, we're getting through here. I think it'll be in any second for us, saying it's done. There's the top. Worried I might have to go to the top to get the top of this trim. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to the top to get the part of that trim. Yeah, that's really what I'd like to figure out. What's the correlation between who got it and why? That's what I'm more interested in because there doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason. Nobody can make sense of it. Galaxy Opal Flare, Galaxy Opal Bliss. Yeah, I just didn't like the badges on them as much. I thought Always See It Coming and Wet Blanket were a good combo for ranked. Maybe there's a really good pink diamond that I'm forgetting about too. That can be taken in. I'm just looking for something with a good combination of badges. The manifestations, I was surprised at how often it was being countered, but her hold signature, which is like a swipe and pushes the person away, I'm surprised that got countered as much as it did. I had some people who couldn't avoid it, and then other people who were hitting it. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter about MFP. It's on the list, though. I don't know who it is off the top of the head right now. Um, Surprised that chill streams don't get attention. I don't know. It's a different game. People don't come to see me play things other than WW, unfortunately. Hopefully that'll change because I'll be playing a bunch of GTA next year. Okay, these are all connected. But I figured I should take a shot at rank to at least get to the second level so I can get the Damien Priest card and maybe a little bit extra tokens or MFP. I'm not the best at ranked. I always find ranked not fun to play because the amount of reversals. Oh, yeah, yeah. And I think GTA will be good when it hits next year. Once they drop there was rumors that there was a GTA 3 trailer coming. It still has not come yet. But I'll do a blind react to that and post it on the channel. Almost got the underside of this canopy done. Then we'll have to jump up top and start the top of it. The Bianca final event went up to 10 days. Yeah, they're holding off on. There will be another Bianca event coming. They're just holding off displaying it right now while they're waiting for the Infinite cards to launch because they want that Drew to be the big launch of the Infinite cards. Not that they're doing a great job out of it because if they launch the Drew card and people aren't able to get them, that'll be a problem. Okay. Let's get the ladder. I don't know if I can jump up from there. I might need to. I need to go. We'll use that ladder. You didn't go anywhere, ladder. Dumb ladder. I guess I could use the scissor lift. I haven't used it yet. I don't plan on getting 2K26, but I'll still watch your channel. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll be playing GTA 6 next year. I didn't touch the online mode for GTA 6 or GTA 5, so that's something I really got to like spend some time with when GTA 6 drops. Let's maybe go work. See, it doesn't do as good of a job. You almost need this one because it does a better job at cleaning. Hopefully they fix the issue by Saturday. I haven't heard that glitch. And I definitely haven't received any rank rewards early. But I wouldn't be getting much either. I'm still in Sapphire. I'm trying to get out to Ruby so I can at least get the Damian Priest card. And then maybe the next one so I can get the other Damian Priest card, which I haven't fixed in a month and a half. I don't need the extension. I can take the extension off because... Oh, I guess I could do that floor thing too. Yeah, I really hope it's fixed. I hope there's an announcement about what happened and what they plan to do for players who weren't affected by it. Because really, they should be doing something for everybody if that's what they did. Yeah, I'm not far from it. I should be able to buy out the token market because there's 10 cards and they're 180 each for the pink diamonds. So when we do the price drop next week, I should be able to clear the token market out for about 225k MFP because of the price drops. I'll be able to pick up all the cards from the Superstars Series 2 packs and the one card I'm missing for the Super Pack 3 and be able to buy all the pink diamond cards and then start storing tokens away for the Galaxy Opals once they launch. They've done a much better job with tokens overall this year and having tokens for people to buy at the markets. Because I remember last year, nobody was even able to get into the Galaxy Opal market. Although this could mean that might be an Amethyst market coming. Oh, I know. It's still an issue. He's still not there. It's kind of ridiculous he's not there. I don't like playing online. So, like I said, I was playing online earlier, and it was just like every single thing I was doing was being reversed. And it's just so annoying to play people like that. And people are incentivized and ranked to play because you get points for winning. So by doing the cheapest things to win. So you get a bunch of people spamming the same moves, figuring out what's harder to reverse and not reverse. Skip the pack this week because of Survivor Series. So no pack this week. It'll be the next week, Bray. But I understand what you're saying. I will say if there's a live event tied to it, I'm going to try and get the card. Because I have every live event card at this point right now. And I haven't missed one of them. So I will try and get the card if there's a live event tied to it. Which, I don't know. because they had that Triple H card. You needed the Fearless Pink Diamond Damian Priest for, and you were able to unlock a Triple H card. It's just because I have all of them, like I feel like I have to continue doing them. But then, yeah, there's going to be 2 weeks of Survivor Series back to back after that. Now, thankfully, I'm sitting on quite a bit of MFP. I've just hit 3 million MFP earlier today, which means by Friday I should be at 3.5. By the time we get to next packs, I should be at 4 million, so I should have enough that I can open. Nate, at least I can grind good now. You got Ichiban? Nice. Yeah, Ichiban's a good card. I'm on the Australian servers and usually can't get a match if I do with someone who reverses everything. Yeah, that's where it kind of sucks. I had thought somebody was just going to let me have a win earlier today, which didn't make sense to me, but they were pink diamond level in ranked. Um, and I thought they were just going to let me win because they went out of the ring and they were counting down. But I think, I don't know what it was. If it, like at 9, they ran back into the ring at the last second. I was like, oh, I thought you were going to let me win. Because that would have been a huge boost if I got a win over a pink diamond. You're only missing 70 manager cards. I don't know where I'm at manager card wise, but I can't be too far off. I feel like I'm somewhere similar. A bunch of those manager cards too are going to be Galaxy Opals that you're missing as well because they haven't hit yet. So I don't know how many managers there are, like 15 or 20 of them. So a bunch of those are going to be Galaxy Opals. I'm going to focus on that pack and save for the 2003 Kane. Yeah, 2003 Kane, he's okay. He's a Giants who's not fun to play as for MFP requirements, but he's fun. And it's cool to have. Actually, Andre kind of came in clutch for that tag match with the Samoans. Oh, they look so good. Yeah, those look good. I would have, if I had a job, I probably would have bought one, and my wife would have been like, "Why are you buying that?" But I did not have a job, so I did not buy one. I'm still rocking my, which I really do enjoy, my Astrobot controller. It's still my favorite controller. Man, it's going to take over an hour just to get this first level done. But the next one looks to be easier. It's just a car, so we'll burn through that pretty quickly. And I think the top of this house is going to be easier because it's not as big. Next Evo card in 2 weeks. Yeah, because we got a. Don't we get an Evo card next week? I thought there was one next week. I could be wrong. As long as the next Evo card's not such a pain to upgrade, I think it was Ivy Nile was the last one we got, and upgrading her was a nightmare just because it was like grabs, dives, and signatures. It's a good team. It's a good team. All right, we're making progress here. We're almost on the canopy. Well, the next event is supposed to start. So the Drew event's supposed to start on Saturday. Although if they haven't figured out how to give people the reward, that's going to be a problem, and we'll need to get that figured out. 4K MFP Hellfire Pack, 60 tokens, Evo Trick, maybe, yeah. Wouldn't mind a Monsters and Mayhem pack, but they tend to do packs that are older when they do these. It doesn't matter. It's a basic, so I'm not going to get much out of it anyways. Although I will say the Hellfire pack, I did get a dupe Randy Orton Pink Diamond, which I'm not going to complain about. I never usually get those type of cards out of them anyways, so... Yeah, I guess so, Devin. You should be fine for the event, unless they pull the cards back or something for Drew. Like, that would be the only thing I could see them doing, saying that people weren't supposed to get him that way. And anybody who has him shouldn't have him at this point, because he hasn't been given out properly to people who did earn him. I think that would be the one piece, is that they could go back and potentially just withdraw Drew from everybody's accounts. Um, and maybe there's nothing they can do about the MFP, but they could do that potentially. Not saying they should do that, but it will suck if the event goes live Saturday and people who can have earned him properly can't do the event when people who haven't earned him properly are able to do the event. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Nobody will know for sure, Devin, until we get closer to the event and what's going to happen. I think that's the truth. Just nobody's going to know yet. And we're so close to being done this section. In theory, they won't, like, in theory, if you got him through the thing, you should be able to do the event. However, I could see them going to claw it back and pull it from accounts, because anybody who has him shouldn't have him yet, because they people who earned him still don't have him. So they could maybe do a blanket pull. Okay, so now let's start working on the side of the house. Might need to use the scissor lift, which actually I've been excited to use, and I don't know how it works yet. Ah, I dropped. All right, let's find that scissor lift and get it going. If we look at Ricky Steamboat, yeah, that's true. I never did that. There's the... Can I move with it in it? How do I go up? Ooh, this is harder to come off. There we go. Put the extension back on. That helped. What do we got left? So we got this top part, and then we got the roof to get done. I wish that edging roof was a little bit deeper. I just have to try it this way. We're 50% done the job now. And we've been going for almost an hour. I wonder how many hours are in this game. See, this is the problem right here. We'll jump over to this. We'll do the spraying from here. All right, well, that'll have to work. As we go through here and we get this done. The thing is, it says we're at 50%, but we're going to get a big piece chunk done, and then it's going to like main up a huge percentage point here. Yeah, don't worry, Philly. A bunch of us that were there getting nothing. We continue to work our way through here. So I got Drew and I earned it. It's all good. Yeah, I know. And it's kind of like that back and forth. You just want to make sure you got what you earned. I need to buy a new attachment. Although this one, I can probably stand back here and we'll be fine. All right, let's see what else I missed here. Because we are not done this properly yet. Take off the extension. Oh, no! I pick up this ladder because the canopy's on top of it. Why can't I place it? I just know when I got to it, the Ricky Steamboat thing, because I was playing later that day when I set my stream up for at night, and they'd fixed it already. I know that happened. Need to continue working our way around this bend here. And this will be the first side of the house, I guess. Once we get this done. Yeah, it's not the easiest. They're really not starting you off with some in the first one, like there was a backyard you cleaned. The backyard was a mess, but there was like a shed, stones, a big fireplace, so it was kind of all over the place. This one's very much in like a different vein. But you do get as tough of this in the first game. And I expect that this is going to be, it'll get even worse eventually. Like we're an hour and we're 53% into cleaning this building apparently. So yeah. Ah, is there another ladder? Let's just set up a bunch of ladders around here. That didn't work. So we can get up easily when we fall off. Balcony trim, we got to do the other side and the top of it probably still too. I just kind of want to get this outdoor wall done and I'll focus. There it is. Oh no, that didn't quite work. I wish the scissor lift would move with you on it as you're scissoring. I just want to get this trim done. It's the same trim. Yeah. You know, it'd be on Reddit somewhere what it was for. Somebody want to check some old Reddit posts that would say what it was for there. Oh, ah. God damn it. Just got to go right over. I'm trying to land on the railing. Yeah. It's a good thing I have all these ladders around so I can create some quick ways back up here. There we go. Almost on the balcony. Although I think we'll have to get the underside of this balcony too, would be my guess. So there will be a little bit more work to it. But it's a big piece, and once that's done, we'll be able to move on from it and to doing more walls. Getting close to being done at all. There it is. Balcony trim is done. Might as well work on our way out in here. And get this balcony cleaned off, and then we'll start working on more of the walls. And we'll just continue to work our way through here. It was a reward for Paul Heyman. Oh, Paul Heyman's birthday bash. Yeah, that's right. I was like, I knew it was being given away with something. I just couldn't remember what. But and it wasn't like a major live event, but a birthday bash sounds right. Man, this entire stream might be doing this house. And that's it. But probably not, because the next one's a car, so it'll be a quicker job. But it looks like the car will have a bunch of nooks and crannies we got to get. But those are always a little bit easier. In the first game, they had bicycles and stuff, and motorbikes that would pop up, golf carts. So I expect we'll see a bunch of smaller things with like these bigger levels intertwined throughout it. I think we're almost on the inside of the balcony wall. Now we'll just need to do this facing wall, get the floor and the furniture done, and then we'll start working on some of the outside walls again here. Imagine coming up with the idea, let's make a game about power washing things. Massive hit. I remember this being like a huge, massive hit for Future Labs. They're the publisher. I used to review games way back in the day, and I would get a few codes from Future Labs. I was writing for a small little website. And Future Labs was one of my favorite developers. They had a bunch of great Vita games that would come out that I always got to get my hands on. But this is Power Washing Simulator was something special. And it wasn't just like, hey, here's a power washing game. Let's make it fun, satisfying, and we'll throw a bit of a story in for you too. Which was super unique. Okay, so we got that. So let's work on the window here. And then we'll get the furniture and the floor. And then we'll move on to the next. What am I missing there? Oh, the window's one big piece. It's not like those other windows, which were individual pieces. Here, guys, just give me 2 seconds here. I'm just trying to check one thing on my computer. Of course. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's keep this power washing going here. We're almost done says we're 60% of the way done. We're getting closer and closer. It's like that's going to be a piece too that we're going to need to get. Oh, and this will be balcony door. Hey, what's going on, Mana? Thoughts on all the free prizes? Well, we talked about it a little bit, Mana. Like, I guess cool to people who got it, but also sucks to people who didn't. If that makes sense. Like I did not get any anything free from it, which kind of sucks. Also, slightly annoyed about the fact that Drew was given to people who haven't like done everything to get him unlocked. And I think more people should be able to get him, but also he still is not unlockable for people who've done it the right way. And so there's a chance come Saturday that people who haven't done it the right way, when the live event goes right, will be able to play and do the live event, and then people who did it the right way won't be able to play the live event. So I'm kind of mixed about it. In the end of the day, I want more people to be able to play the game, to get Drew. It sucks that it wasn't like right across the board. Like, here's what's happening for everybody. It was just kind of done. Kenny Baum got all the... Yeah, I saw. I watched his video. And good for... Once again, good for anybody who got it. I don't besmirch them in any way for getting it. In fact, it's cool that it happened, but it just didn't happen or apply equally to everybody. I think that's the bigger concern. Yeah. Yep. And like I have all the cards for the numbers games. In fact, I spent way too much money, or MFP, not money. I spent way too much MFP on opening Hellfire packs to make sure I had Rhea Ripley, because she was the one I was missing from the numbers game, to be able to do that, to play them this weekend, to find out that the event was broken and Drew was not pulling. So it's just one of those things. And it'd be nice if 2K communicated what had happened and why people were selected. My guess is just a random glitch that affected people. We gotta get this table cleared. There it is. This table's done. Let's get this telescope done, and then we'll move on to the floor in this part, and we'll start working on the sides of the building again. Yeah, you're missing Rhea and Loomis. Yeah, I've got everybody now. I was missing Rhea. I spent about 200k opening up packs, which I probably didn't need to do. I could have just waited for the Hellfire packs in the market, but I was like, you know what? I have lots of MFP right now. I can go ahead and do it. It was kind of my thought process about it. And, like, that's not incorrect. I do have lots of MFP. So it was an easy, like, choice to do. But at the same time, the rewards aren't working for it. What's saying it's not done here? Okay, there. We didn't have that portion done. All right, let's get this floor done. We're almost done this section. And then we can keep doing the other portions of the house. I can't believe we've been playing this level for like an hour and 20 minutes. next Friday. It's only been 2 weeks. They'll be next Friday. Mana. It's a 3-week wait. Yeah, we're still a little bit away from Hellfire, but when Hellfire does drop, there will be a big price drop in the cards. So like if you're missing Rhea, she'll only be 60k because she's pink diamond. I might actually do a card market buyout at that point for most of the cards because a lot of the cards are going to be much cheaper. I'm definitely buying a ton of them for tokens for the Superstar Series 3 and 2 packs. I need one card for the 300 tokens from Superstar Series 3, and I need a whole lot of cards from Superstar Series 2 pack. But by that point, it's going to cost me about 200k to get them all, maybe like 220k. Depends on what prices they drop to for the Amethyst. So I'm going to buy those all out and clear out my Pink Diamond token market too. So your Paul Levesque McMahon has been the least viewed. I find that hard to believe because I thought ratings were good. Also, ratings are different too, so that's hard to like say that's a Triple H thing because now numbers are being done by Netflix. So, okay, so we'll start working on the entranceway here, and then we'll go around the other way, and then we need to work on the top of the buildings. A save MFP for the Kano 3. Yeah, it's a good... Kano 3 is good. I don't have a lot of fun playing with him, but he is giant, so that'll be the case with giant characters. They're just not fun to play as. Okay, so we'll get this section of the wall, work on that next. Their ratings are fine. Stuff's being judged through Netflix, not regular TV. So there's a different cadence to it. SmackDown is under 1 million. So you got a PS5 Pro installed? Well, that's good. Yeah, that happened to a bunch of people, Alex, yesterday. And once again, good for those people who it happened to. It sucks that it wasn't right across the board for everybody. I think that's the bigger issue. Okay, I need to get on top of this building to finish this one. Can I take this ladder? No. Not letting me take that ladder. Where can I get a ladder from? There's a whole bunch of ladders around this property. I know there is. It'll get better. The product will always have its ebbs and flows. There we go. I just want to get this part done. Come up and we'll spend more time on the roof here in a bit. But we got to get the wall done first. Yeah, my women's team is the same. All the Galaxy Opal women. My men's team is Batista, Warrior, Giant, and Batista, Warrior, Giant, and I need the scaffolding. Or the scissor lift will be fine. Oh, and Bray. I picked the cards that gave you the most MFP. Yeah, that's a problem for them. They'll have to figure that out. But Stephanie McMahon was telling people to use a VPN, so let's lower the scissor lift a little bit. A little more. We're still a little high. I wish you could like drive it around the building on its like at its height. All right, we'll continue to work our way up. Nate, are you going to make another video? Yeah, probably. We'll do another video on the card designs. I tend to update it quarterly. I did it with Kenny in September. So we'll bring another guest on and we'll do it in, I don't know, January? Maybe December? I'm trying to do it every 3 months or once a quarter as the new card designs come out. Although some of them are going to be like, Sinister 2 hasn't changed. There will be some cool ones, but some point in December, maybe, as I'm trying to. The problem is right now with the game, I'm running out of content ideas. I've been putting less and less videos together and focusing more on the live streams because there hasn't been, like, from a content perspective, a huge amount to talk about and what's going on. Part. See, I could drive with this. I just drive it around as you're on it. I need to get the top of that thing, so we'll need to do the top. Those little blue stones will have their own little thing to do too. All right, let's take it right to the top here. Yep, there it is. Okay, and let's try and get this part cleaned off here too. And we can have this section done. And then we'll continue working around the sides of the house. It's quite the architecture. Date next Wednesday, final DLC pack. Yep, we got the final DLC pack. There will be events going on with it. So we'll do those on the channel when they come out. So yeah, that'll be coming soon too. I don't like have strong feelings towards this pack. It's the pack I'm least excited about. Just because the characters themselves, I don't know them. Where is the last of it? I should open a Nate support. That's fair. What did I miss? Same house? Still same house, friend. We're still working on it. This is a massive house. We got the balcony and like the... There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, no. Same house. Just lots and lots to do in it. But I don't know. It says we're 70% of the way there. This whole stream might be just this one house. Honestly, I could just have videos of this to some like chill copyright free music, and I bet people would just watch it without the talking. Yeah, I think World Tour or we're due for a last chapter for the island at some point too. That's got to happen. So, but I just don't know when they're going to drop those. Mirror or the mirror window. Why can't I drive you around, Scissor Lift? That would be so much nicer. Let's spread out to the green. UK is showing now. Yeah, I know. Are you still sitting on one match? Yep. Still sitting Juggalo. We had some brave people who tested it yesterday, and it's still not working. So we did get all the encores done yesterday, so that's all done. Okay, we need to move the scissor lift. Put it right here. Who should win the first match in Cena's last time tournament? Well, we only have two matches right now. What are they? It was Rusev versus Damian Priest and Shinsuke versus Sheamus. So I would put Sheamus and honestly, I put Sheamus and Rusev through just because of the history with Cena and they've fought him before. The real truth is Shinsuke's not winning that tournament, so I don't see the point of having him go over Sheamus. I think for history wise, and you can tell a better story with Sheamus going forward. For the Damian Priest, don't necessarily have issues with Damian Priest. I just think there's once again more history with Cena than there is. Oh no. I'm gonna take that ladder. Come over here for easy access. Whoa, what happened? Sometimes if you're not in the exact right place, it'll just lose it. There we go. We can jump back onto the lift as needed. Once we get this second level done here, we'll just have to actually clean off the roof, which I don't think will be too hard. Priest and Rusev are going to fight. I forgot about that. There were rumors that um, Lana and Damian Priest were dating for a little while. He's with Lola Vice right now, right? In real life, a custody of Lana match. Although WWE didn't even re-sign Lana, so that likely won't happen. And I can't see her getting re-signed at this point by the WWE. They didn't bring her in with Rusev coming back. They're not going to bring her in. I feel like Sheamus should win. Upcoming World Tour. Yeah, I know. Woody did share those. There were some other ones too that were he had found before as well. So what's really weird is that none of these are tying in with the UK, which is the new one, which has been added in the system. So because when you go to it, you can see that it's they've added one. Oh, hi, my dear. My little puppy came down. So there is stuff coming for World Tour. It's just a matter of when at this point, because there's too much when there's smoke, there's fire type situation. Right. Is Lana a Legends deal? I don't think so. Could be Ron. She's not said anything about being in a Legends deal, so I don't think so. Ah, I fell again. Let's move the scissor lift to a better position. Position it right here. We're gonna need to buy some new equipment. You can get better power washers and attachments and stuff. So we'll do that on this next one. I hope it's retro, Asuka. Yeah, I honestly give me a Ninja Tozawa. Lana has a new talk show on YouTube. Interesting. I did not know that. I know they're back together now. Not as close as I want to be here. Yeah, let's move this slightly closer. She interviewed Rusev? Okay, well, yeah, that's how you get people into your new show. You interview your husband who's just back into the sport he recently couldn't do. Okay, Ray Scissor left. Making good progress here, though. We're almost around the building, which is what we wanted to be doing. There we go. With the producer, yeah, I'm just curious, like, how good is she going to be as an interviewer? And I just don't know enough about her to say, like, she'll be great at this or not great at this. Also, every wrestler and their friend has some sort of podcast at this point. Like there's like 20 to 30 different wrestler podcasts, and some of them I'm like, oh, I really want to hear from this person. Other people I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to hear from them. And I think Lana probably falls in the I'm good. I don't need this, but maybe it's not marketed towards wrestling fans at all. Even though it had Rusev on the first one, maybe it's going to be more about her interests. Because like the Bella's podcast that they do or show that they do isn't necessarily geared towards wrestling. It has wrestling. That's not good. The guy's neck's broken. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm too far out. Oh, you know what though? Here, we'll just do this. This balcony is a little bit better to stand on than the thin balconies. Nate, you want to hear from Samya? Who are we talking about, Samya? Am I missing something? Sonya Deville? I'd be okay with not hearing from Sonya Deville. Once again, no hate towards Sonya. Just she's not somebody I ever gelled to on TV. Okay, so we're doing good here. Let's start working on these walls here, and we'll come around. This will be the entire main like floor area, and then we'll just have the roof to do. Submitted your ticket. Good. Let me know. Throw in the Discord once they reply to you what they said. No birthday bash at all so far this month. Besides, there's only 3 scheduled for the month. One's going to be like midway through the month on the 15th. And then the other Naomi, that's Macho Man's, and then Naomi's is at the end of the month. I'm gonna need to get some extensions soon. We're gonna need to buy some more extensions in this game for our power washer. But we're gonna have this house will yield $1,000 in in-game currency to spend on equipment, so. I can't believe we've been doing this for almost 2 hours now. Thank you for everybody hanging out. I hope you guys find this relaxing and enjoying. Just to relax to. This is one of my go-to games just to like chill out to. Wish this beam's gone because someone's stolen the merman's gem. See, yeah. So see that little head at the bottom? We're going to be doing something with that later. Some sort of aliens thing is going to come into play here for this game. Yeah, last month we had a whole ton of birthdays, and there were a bunch of there were a bunch of them, and I think the only one they didn't do of the ones that there was artwork for from Witty was the Abyss birthday bash. So there were a whole bunch of birthday bashes they could have done this time. I'm going to have to get on top here to get this clean. So Saturday is the live event. It won't be the Kane. We're only going to get to start off with the Drew one. If they do a Kane one, it'll be down the line. I do think once Drew is in the game, there could be an update. I talked about a bit about this before, but I do think there could be an update to collector levels at that point. And this is backwards. Awesome. Whoa, I had it placed. Okay, there we go. So keep power washing this stuff. Yeah, and what he was saying, the Infinite Cane did seem to get removed from the files. If it does come back at a later point, it will, and there's lots of time. Infinite will be the last level for the game. I'm actually surprised it's November and we're talking about like that still being a potential. Like, it seems early for them to introduce the Infinite cards, but maybe they just don't want to keep it under wraps anymore, because like the secret was spoiled a long time ago on that. We're going to need to switch out here in a second and go up another level. And I think we'll have to start doing things from the top of the house at that point. This is a really interesting design for the house. So we still have to get the roof of the balcony, which we did not get. Can I make the jump? I think I can make the jump. Yep. All right. Well, let's get this balcony cleaned up and we'll start working on the top of the house and we're almost done. Yeah, we just got to get the top of the house. I hope once we get to the top, it'll just be like the final few things will pop up saying they need to get done. That's always like, when you've done a good job is like when you're near the end and the fine, because it always displays the final three things on the screen once you're there. You'd be like, oh, I did a good job. I progressively got everything. Versus trying to have to find like the problems and like the one or two things you missed. There it is. Once we do this side, the other side should be much easier because it's got like a big roof to work on. And we should just be able to clean off the last remaining things that we have to get. Take off the extension. Don't need it right now. Man, we're doing so good here. We're almost done. I'm going to have to move that ladder to a clean area. You can go right there. There's that portion of the wall. Get this pillar done, then we'll work on the top of these pillars. Once we climb up there. Already did that section of the wall, so we're good there. Just make sure we got those done. Okay, we should be good to climb up the ladder now. Okay, so we got that. Let's get this pillar done. There's the pillar. Let's get this trim done here, or whatever it's called. Roof, I guess, technically. And then we'll work on the central blade, and then we'll jump over and we'll get the stuff on the other side taken care of. But we're in the home stretch on this now, which is nice. We'll come back to that. Let's focus on this. I don't want to forget any sections. Can you imagine how long it would be to beat this game? Oh man, I powered through the first one twice. This one feels longer already. We're in the 4th level, and it's taken like 2 hours to beat a level. I think they made this one quite a bit longer with more stuff to do. They really supported the last game with a bunch of DLC, some of it free, some of it not, but like there were Final Fantasy VII levels added in from Remake, where you actually got to go around Shinra HQ, Seventh Heaven, and a few other places. And do power wash in those areas. And they had some paid DLC, like Back to the Future with the DeLorean and the train and a few other things, and this SpongeBob DLC, although I don't know why you need to power wash something under the sea. I feel like you'd have an unlimited supply of water. Okay, let's get this done. Then we'll work on the center blade. Go. Now, center fin, which is going to be a pain in the ass the way it's designed here. We're going to need to get the sides, the inside part. This game is an OCD nightmare. Yeah, it's one of those things where I actually think people with OCD might appreciate the game just because from a perspective of, like, they really would, like, tick all their boxes. And I could be totally off base. I don't have OCD, but, like, it triggers like the dopamine in my head. Ooh, like every time I get a bing saying I did a good job. Such a weird top design for the house. Because like most people aren't going to see that. Yeah, so once we're done, we have to get this half done. So we'll get this centerpiece done, and then we should just have to get this and that final roof part done. And we'll be done, I think, at that point. And I don't think it'll take too long to get through those. There was a super quick generic. Yeah. This, oh, really? So they actually did an answer for it. Like from a human, potentially. From a AI chatbot copied and paste human from ChatGPT. Or whatever AI service they're using. Let's just... They should be announcing on SmackDown the first matches for the John Cena tournament next week on SmackDown. I'm kind of curious, who are your bets on the people not from the company? What wrestlers are they bringing in not from the company to compete in this John Cena? The last time is now invitational? I don't know. Like, let me know in the chat, and then I'll tell you who my thoughts are. Maybe they'll be similar to what your guys' thoughts are. Okay, so let's... Edge, definitely not Edge. Edge filming a movie right now. He's also under contract with AEW. And I doubt Tony Khan's going to let him out. At the same time, let's cross off Chris Jericho. I don't think you put Chris Jericho back to the WWE, even if he was at a contract. I don't think this is how you introduce him back to the WWE. He won't be seen as last match. Cena's going to be putting somebody young over, somebody newer. So it won't be Chris Jericho. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect that to be like that quite yet. Man, we're so close to being done this. 90% of the way there. What am I missing? There we go. Get this part here, I guess. We'll work on the lower parts. Still have to do the other side of this and that other blue beam. It's rumored, but not possible. Yeah, there's no way it's Edge. Edge is no way. So for people out of the company, I think Joe Hendry will be in the tournament. He talked about wanting to have a match against Cena before Cena retires. That's not going to happen, unfortunately. But he'll likely get to be in the tournament. The other person I think that is super likely, well, there's two people, but I think Jeff Hardy is possible with the TNA relationship. The other one that I think could happen, and John Cena shouted him out, Matt Cardona, I think is very possible as well. So I think those would be the two big ones to have. There's history with both of those men in Hardy and Matt. And it was on his pipe bomb a few months ago. He shouted Matt out. It's like one of those things where, yeah. So the Rich Holland stuff is really sad. I get him being upset. Um, it does sound like he's not going to have like a house or anything, which sucks. Okay, there we go. So now we just have this wall and then the floor. Not entirely enthused. It might mean we missed something because I'm not seeing anything popping up in the final three. Although there could be more than three pieces here. Kurt Angle could wrestle, would be fitting for him to be his first and last opponent. Yeah, I can see that, Nate. If Kurt Angle was good to go, but he's not. And once again, I don't think Cena would want that. I think Cena would want to be putting somebody over. I think that's his plan here is to put somebody younger over. Uh, it should be Dom. It should be Dom. It's likely not going to be. I think there will be a match with Dom. I just think that it's going to be um, his final match will be against Gunther. Like Dom will be coming up in the near future for a match with Cena. Okay, we're getting close here. Let's get this roof done. Oh, let's switch to the floor cleaner. I forgot I had that. Gunther Breaker, Braun Breaker would be a good person too. He was on my short list. We just keep seeing Gunther. I don't think I need, like, I don't think Gunther needs it. It's one of those things where Gunther's got a strong resume already. He's a former world champion at this point. I don't think he needs retiring Cena like on his resume, where I think it could help other wrestlers so much better. Braun Breaker is a really good call. I think Dom and Braun Breaker were my top two of who should be the one to beat Cena. I just think like I don't know. Dom's so over. He's going to be like, he's going to turn face soon. And he's going to be using all the tactics he uses as a bad guy, but as a face. He just needs to be his deadbeat dad again. Or sorry, his deadbeat stepdad or adopted father. Um, Man, we missed something. Because we should be on the precipice of having most of this done here. I should create a second channel, cut out all the audio of this, and just have some chill music in the background, and then I bet people would watch that. Chill copyright-free music. Close to being done this roof part. It should be in any second. Surprised it hasn't been yet. Oh, I bet you it's on the side of the roof we have to do too. I thought this would be a separate piece, but it's not. Man, I'm so annoyed. We're going to be like... Imagine your water bill from this clean. Yeah. It'd be expensive. But also, who let their house get this dirty? Like I said, there will be a storyline as to why things are getting this dirty. In the first game, too, you have to do, like, the mayor's house. Channel name? I don't know. But yeah, cut all the audio. Although there'd be question about the text I've just recently added in and why there's text popping up on the screen. Yeah, we'll do a SmackDown live stream. For all you guys who weren't there on Monday, it was very, very last minute. I think I set up like the stream 5 minutes before the stream Raw started. Okay, so second floor pilaster and second floor window frame. So we did pretty good. There's two things we missed. So we got to get this rooftop done. And then we got to find a pillar. Remember when you used to stream on Twitch? I did used to stream on Twitch. Yep. It's been a long time since I've done that. Just because I guess I started the channel for my faction reaction and creating videos, and I wasn't intending to live stream, and then people were like, you should live stream, and I was like, I guess I could live stream. I know how to do it. I've got the equipment to do it, so why don't I? So I started live streaming on YouTube because I had the built-in audience. I guess I could do both, like, theoretically, and have a Twitch and a YouTube stream going. But it just made more sense to not, like, split my audience between multiple platforms. But yeah, I definitely had a Twitch. Something that I could get going again pretty quickly. So close to being done this canopy. And then we got to find the two issues. Both on the second floor. Window frame. There it is. So we got to find a second floor. So there's two things we got to find. They're on the second floor. So it's, I fell down. It's a window frame. So this is where the window frame is, my guess. Yeah. So let's, I thought I got it, but I guess I didn't. And then we'll have to find the last piece. I do like the fact that they're giving you like a little, oh yeah, I see some of the dirt I missed. There we go. All right. And where's the, oh, and this pillar right here, we missed. Well, they're close together. So actually we did pretty good then. There we go. And we're done. Yeah, I think that is a problem with Twitch. All right, now we get to watch the zoom out. 2 hours of work as you see me cycling the house. That was 2 hours of work. Continue. So what do we got? We got the dog car wash, and we got the billboard. The billboard sounds kind of fun, not gonna lie. But maybe we'll just do the car and we'll call it quits because that took 2 hours to do. Although we should go look at some more equipment. Yeah, these other two things are going to go much quicker. Okay, so we're not spending any in-game money on cosmetics for now. We're going to look at upgrades for our current set. So what are these? Okay, you can get different heads and then the extension. I've got $1,600. This is the one we're using right now mostly. Like we could buy a more expensive power washer. Or I can get some different nozzle heads and extensions for the existing one we have. I don't know. Turbo nozzle and the adaptable nozzle. Medium duty. If we do this, you know what? Let's do this with a few extensions. You know, we can sell the old ones, I think. So we only have the new ones. Oh, I don't think I can sell that because it's the OG one. Well, it's not letting me sell it, so I don't know. But we got a few different extensions here, and we'll go with the turbo nozzle. And let's dive into just the card here. This should be a pretty quick job. We'll take our newly attained power washer on a ride here. Is this the new one? Okay, yeah, we're on the new one. All right, so let's give this car a quick clean. This should not take nearly as long. Got to get the tire done. There's the tire. You can tell they're a UK developer because of how they spell tire. You can feel this one being more high powered. Nate, if you could have a power from Star Wars out of Vader's force choke, using 2K for making a song. It's one of those things where I don't even know what I'd like as a power from Star Wars. Probably like being able to tell people to do things would be where I'd fall there. These are not the droids you're looking for. I don't know what that force power is called. But that would probably be it for me. You need a kilt and a sword to get OG Drew. What? Okay, we'll look at that in 2 seconds here. Let's get this done. I'll pop over to the PlayStation. We'll check that out. There's the trim done. Yeah, this is going to go much quicker. Where do you get the kilt and the... They must have some other matches. But people have OG Drew. That's an even bigger issue. Hopefully it's not from opening packs. And if that's the case, they need to pull OG Drew from everybody who's got it. And I'm not saying that to be an asshole. I'm saying that because that won't be fair if people just got him for free. I think they're trying to fix it, and they maybe thought this would be the best solution. Who knows? I'm sure we'll find out soon what they're doing and why they're doing it. I don't know what I'm missing there. What am I missing on the rear body here? Oh, maybe it's that tail? No, there, got it. The tail will be something slightly different. We'll take a peek at it in a second, Bray. Give me a few minutes. Once we finish this, I'll boot the PlayStation up and I'll switch over. What am I missing? I feel like I should have most of it by now. So front body, nose, and roof. There's the nose. We'll have to figure out the front body in a second. What are we missing on the roof? There's the roof, and then front body. Just missing something right here, and I don't know what it is. Let's drop here. Maybe it's just something under here that I'm missing. There it is. All right, that job's done. Okay, so for anybody who's not in the Discord, by the way, you should be in the Discord if you're not. But let me so that was much quicker. I think the billboard will probably be quicker, but we're not going to tackle the billboard tonight. So plus we have those extra extensions which will help, and we've got all the extra stuff. So let me switch over here. I'm just going to switch over to the PlayStation. Give me a moment here. Sorry, guys. This is taking a few seconds. I got to boot up the PS5 and I'll move over. Okay, no idea where I left it off on my PlayStation here. Apparently, I was in a match of some sort. Let's just quit right out of that. For whatever reason, the PlayStation volume's always a little bit louder. And it looks like it's frozen on me. Oh, great. It's freezing up. Everything's freezing on my end. Awesome. I can do it from OBS, though, because we're just going to look at it and we'll see what it says in OBS. I'll just reboot here. It's funny, I rebooted my computer. This happens when I use my computer for a little bit, and like everything just kind of freezes up. Oh, okay. Well, it rebooted now. Let me see if I can change the audio now. Yep, now I can. So if you beat the numbers game, now you gotta get to, and I hope the oddities aren't out of packs. Okay, so let's take a peek at this here quickly. Yep, Kilton Sword. So what's the point on doing all the oddity things then? Rewarded from a live event. So these both say they're rewarded from live events. I'd like to know which events. Does that mean I should just get Regal? But this is really dumb if that's the case and they've changed everything, because this was all supposed to be about getting the numbers game done and being the ultimate reward for the numbers game. Yeah, we're going to take some pictures and post this on Twitter. Yeah, this is bad. Honestly, this is a situation where they need to go in and pull the existing cards that are out there. If people got this for free, they should be pulling it from the game. So, because this is not good. I'm going to make a post to Twitter about this right now, actually, while we're talking about it. Well, let's pull up the Discord here quickly. Oh, no, that's Teams Run. It's another purple tag here. So let's drop this on Twitter. We'll throw it on my YouTube page too. I mean, live event. Instead of needing all of the numbers game rewards, it's now 2 oddities from live events. So here's my thoughts. Or I don't have the chat up, guys. I should pull the chat back up. My apologies. Maybe they'll do some sort of like, because everything getting messed up for getting Drew, they'll do some sort of like, to get one of them you have to do like a almost an ultimate challenge featuring the cards you've unlocked for one of them and cards you've unlocked for the other. I think it's all mostly men though. At 2K. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. What's going on here? Can we get an official response? Hashtag WWE 2K25. Hashtag my faction. This isn't good though. If they're making this more difficult to get, yeah, you collect the numbers 95.99 just to pull 2 oddities now. Well, we don't know that yet. Yeah, this is really interesting. And what they're doing. So, like, maybe it's some sort of ultimate challenge where you've got like your, because who are the so Regal. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They could do a 4-4 and a 2-on-2, 2-on-2 women's match and a 4-on-4 men's match, UC style, to unlock like the 2 oddities for Drew, and do one more match. When you click R3, yeah. So it does specifically say it wouldn't. First was killed during his WWE televised debut. Wouldn't stick initially as part of his first run at the WWE. It became a signature part of his look as a Scottish warrior. They both say they're from live events. Drew's signature sword made an explosive entrance ahead of his championship match against Randy Orton in 2020. Once the pyro hit, the sword is here to stay. Well, the sword's gone. He hasn't used the sword in forever, so it's definitely not here to stay. Okay, so let's post that. I don't know who else has seen it at this point. We'll do a quick YouTube post. I'll drop this into YouTube as well. But yeah, this is an interesting change of development. An interesting change in development. But if this is the case, they need to pull Drew from everybody else. They just need to pull him. And I'm not saying that to be an asshole. I'm saying to make it fair for everybody. So pull this back up here, and I'll do one more screen grab. No, it's not working. Yeah. So, but yeah, and they should be able to go and pull Drew because nobody should have Drew. Like, he hasn't been able to be unlocked by anybody yet, so nobody should have him. Edit the preview. But it's not about knowing who got it. They should just be able to see that, like, this card is in this many accounts, and they should be able to pull it. I don't know. They have to have a system telling them what counts, like they going card by card, and letting them know like how many people have it, who have it, and they should be able to just go back and pull and make a change to it and pull it. That didn't work right. Well, I guess it's gonna stay like that. But yeah, so that's kind of messed up. Okay, well, not ideal. Were there any other changes on anything? No world tour, still just the 2 live event Bianca cards. You have Drew Allen, nice. I think that's the only fair way to do it. There's been no change in these have been up for months, and they've not been given out. Nobody has gotten them yet. Doesn't seem to be any changes here other than that. Well, it is what it is, and no new collector's level. So, seeing if there were any other changes to the game, there does not seem to be. It is what it is. Well, okay. Well, that's an interesting way to put an end to our PowerWash Simulator stream, but I hope everybody enjoyed it and had a good time. And thank you guys for hanging out. I know it's not WWE, and I appreciate you guys just being here. I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to keep trying to play that game once a week and working our way through the progress. Hopefully, not every level takes 2 hours like that one, but I know there will be definitely be some larger levels that we need to focus on, I'm sure, coming through the game. So, but yeah, anybody who hung out with me tonight, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back in the very near future. Do some more power wash. I need to chill again. I need to cap the stream right now. It's 2.5 hours. I still have a few things I need to do before I want to go to bed. So, but yeah, anyways, so thank you guys for hanging out. If you haven't had a chance yet, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. That helps me out a ton and we grow the channel. So if you haven't had a chance to do that, I really appreciate it. And don't forget to join the Discord. I don't see the link in the chat, so I'll just sort up in the Discord. I think most of you guys are already in the Discord, so it's not a problem. But we'd love to have you in there. We're almost at 600 members. We are like a few people away from 600, which is kind of crazy because I did a post at the beginning of October that we were at 400, and it has ballooned like crazy since then. So we'd love to have you there. I'm just checking. Yeah, we're like 5 people away from hitting 600 members. So we'd love to have you in there if you're not there already. But yeah, we'll be doing more Power Wash Simulator. That'll be a weekly thing. I may take the night off tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll come back and do some Faction Wars. We'll do a quick Faction Wars run or two just for a shorter stream, and then we'll be back on Friday night and we'll do another watch party. If you guys we did a watch party on Monday night with Rod. It was actually fun. We were just talking in the chat. I was reacting to the show and just talking in the chat about what was going on. So my Mine shows numbers games rewards under the Drew Oddity. Interesting. Well, yours hasn't refreshed, Alan. Some of them looks like they have. So, but yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. We'll talk later, guys. Have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.